Hello, my name is Manuela Zamora. I'm New York Sunrise Executive Director. New York Sunrise is a not-for-profit organization that brings hydroponic technology into the public school classroom. So we bring a new way of learning science, a hands-on approach to learn science and sustainability education. We are currently in 200 public schools and growing. We're here at our pop-up in New York City. As you know, it's a dense urban environment, and we're showcasing how we design our classrooms in New York City public schools. So as you can see here, we have several kinds of systems that go into a New York Sunrise hydroponic classroom. We have NFTs, we have towers, we have vine crop systems, as well as pest management system, work composting system, and other elements that help students to connect science and sustainability education through our hands-on curriculum. The way we teach science in schools is threefold. The way we partner with schools has threefold. So we start and first we build. So we go into the schools, we assess the space that is available for a science classroom, and then we work together on a floor plan designing exactly what systems are best for that particular space. After that, we intervene with a process that we call teach. When we start working with the teachers, we provide training not only on how to use the systems, but also on how to teach a whole science curriculum with this approach of learning, using urban farming as the means to bring science education into the classroom. For example, this is a vine crop system that will, like any hydroponic technology, has a tank with water, a reservoir that holds the water that will be used within the system. Students are going to put the nutrients into the water, and they're going to monitor those nutrients, measuring the electric conductivity levels as well as the pH levels. That water is pumped up into the buckets through this pipe, and it goes to irrigate the plants with these little pipes, and which are under a meter. So the plants will receive water with nutrients, and then they will grow like in nature, and they also receive the adequate amount of light. So this is all controlled environmental agriculture, and this is the concept that students in an urban environment like New York City need to understand to thrive in areas of agriculture, but also in the understanding of science and sustainability education. So the way we work with teachers is that we provide a comprehensive year-round science curriculum that covers kindergarten to 12th grade. So a specific curriculum per grade that covers New York City mandated science standards and something that is called New York State Science Standards too, scope and sequence. So we provide the teachers with the lessons that can be, that are mandated by those standards, but that can be applied in a hands-on way with the systems. So for example, if we're talking about photosynthesis, then they will use the systems as a hands-on approach to learning. If we're talking about insects, we can use integrated pest management to learn about insects and how they impact the classroom itself and also the environment. So really, the key here is to provide the teachers the science curriculum, but also to connect those sustainability concepts that go beyond the mandated standards. The third part of our program is the connect part. It's the way that we help students bring the knowledge that is happening in the classroom to home or to the community around the school. So there are different ways to do that. One is the Harvest program that we established in all our schools, and that's a way to ensure that every student that has access to the program brings Harvest home. That not only empowers the student in terms of what's their identity, what they are learning in the school, but also how they communicate that into their families and how they can influence their families changing attitudes and behaviors as they are doing it at home. The other aspect of the Harvest program is that every student, regardless of their socioeconomic standard, have to bring one lettuce home and share that with their families. Another way that we implement the Connect program in the schools is through our Harvest with a Purpose. So students will harvest, dedicate a specific harvest and donate it to a food pantry that is in the neighborhood. There are several other organizations that coordinate with us, so food pantries can receive this fresh food that is donated, were grown and donated by students in the K through 12 grade. Something that is very exciting for our students is to participate in our annual youth conference. That's another way to connect what's happening in the classroom with what's happening in other schools and other classrooms. So students will have an opportunity to present in 3 minutes the results of the research and the work they are doing in the classroom. And they present before COVID in a live audience. Now it's virtual, and we hope to go back to a hybrid version in the future as we continue growing in more schools in New York City. The idea is that students not only explain what's the research they are working, but also why they are working with that. And that's a very interesting connection on how to impact the communities around the school, but also communities beyond that we may not be directly connected. That's a little bit of what we call the systems thinking. It's the student itself and its role in the classroom as a community, but also the student and its role within the school community, within the neighborhood, the city of New York, but then beyond, how my behavior impacts someone that is in Chile or Argentina, or communities that are in different countries of Africa, or maybe New Zealand. There is an importance to understand the world connectivity and how our behavior impacts other communities other than ours. So even though this is a science program and we enter the schools through science teaching instruction, this is really a more comprehensive program that touches the students at so many different levels, from health and nutrition to complex science research, but also to just being a better citizen and better community member, a leader that has different skills and the ability to connect not only with their direct community, but also other communities in the world.